1, 2, 3. Hey guys, M13 here, and I'm late for work, which is bad for me, but good for you, because I need to ride a bit creatively. Creatively. There we go. I know English. If I'm gonna get to work anywhere near on time, I'm alright. Actually, I'm definitely gonna be late, but yeah, that's good. No fucking signal lights. Wrong side of the road. Oh, she's got a baby on the front too. She's literally on the far right of the road, moving over to the far left without her signal lights on. That's what bothered me. If she'd been signaling, okay, you're using your signal lights, at least you're trying. But no signal lights. She's just doing it like, ugh. And then as I pass her, I see she's got like a 3-year-old kid in front of her. Also, one of the problems is I've said it before. In Taiwan, I honestly believe it's more dangerous riding slow than it is riding fast. And women like that are a good example. They putt along at a low speed, and because they're doing a really low speed, they need to hug the curb, much like a bicycle would. And then when they decide they want to make a left-hand turn somewhere, they go from hugging the curb to crossing fully over 2 full lanes, oftentimes without signaling. So, yeah, topic of this video, why you should never buy a new video game, a brand new video game. I could sum it up with like a couple of words, a couple of really short examples. Cyberpunk 2077, I think. No Man's Sky, is that what it's called? No Man's Sky. There are many examples of games that when they're first released, they're garbage, and then the publishers spend like a year and a half, 2 years creating new content, fixing the problems, updating, patching, and then a year and a half, 2 years later, it's actually a good game. But it's not even just those very obvious examples. Let's take a game that gets published and it's good. Let's take a great game here off the top of my head. Ghost of Tsushima. The Japanese free world samurai game. That there was people loved that game from the start, and the game worked from the start. But 2-3 years after it gets released, if you were to get it today, it would be half the price. It would have additional download content, and it would be a PS5 version. Like, it would still be head and shoulders better than the day it was first released. And even with games that work perfectly fine, there's still going to be updates, there's still going to be fixes, there's still going to be graphical improvements, things that make the frame rates run better, and this and that. And not to mention like large paid download content that gets added to the game. That kind of content, normally you look at that car on the left. You guys see that guy? He just drove head on. Oh, he's doing it again. See, that car just went. Oh no, I'm wrong. But still, he went like he drove like a half a block head on into traffic to make a left-hand turn, as opposed to doing what I'm doing, just getting next to the place where he wants to turn and then doing a turn. But I thought he was going down the street to the left of me over there, because that street over there is this is a one-way going the direction he went. But recently, like in the last week, 2 or 3 times I've seen cars make this left and go down the other street over there, which is a one-way going the wrong way. It's only a short distance. See? Hold on. Let me turn around and make sure this camera gets this. See the road there? Recently, 2 or 3 times I've seen cars make the left and enter this road and ride just that 40, 50 feet going the wrong way. I pay very special attention to these kinds of things because I wonder what happened there. I pay attention to this because, oh yeah, now you got more cars stopped over here. Was there an accident or something? Yeah, I pay special attention to areas like that where you frequently have cars doing completely incorrect things, because my car's older, and if I ever need a new paint job, all I have to do is just sit at the beginning of that little one-way street, wait for a car to come down it the wrong way, and just drive into them intentionally. Because when it goes to court, it's pretty obvious who's at fault. They're going the wrong way down a one-way road. That's all that matters. And the guys are going to be like, oh, it looks like you kind of drove intentionally into him. And I can say whatever I want. I was playing with my phone and I didn't notice him. That's illegal, playing with your phone. Okay, fine. Give me the $50 ticket for playing with my phone. Meanwhile, this guy has to spend $700 building my... I gave that guy the finger. He came around that corner fully in my lane. The car as well. I get it. It's a sharp little S-turn, but that's all the more reason you should take it slowly. If you take that the little S-bend like in the oncoming lane, you can take it more smoothly than if you stay in your own lane. But if you're driving a giant truck like that, what happens if I had arrived there a few seconds earlier? Where was I supposed to go to dodge him? He literally covered my entire lane. Oh, anyways, back to the topic at hand. Yeah. So yeah, downloaded content like that you actually pay for. Sometimes so the original game costs like $70 US, and then you get, and over the course of the next year, you might get 3 downloadable contents that cost anywhere from $10 US up to $30, $40 US. I recently saw for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, the latest DLC cost $40, which isn't like, it's more than half the cost of the original game for DLC. But I guarantee you that like in a year or 2 from now, you'll be able to get the original game plus all the DLC for a total value of like $150 US for like $30 or something ridiculous. You know, and this especially holds true to one-player games. If it's a single-player game, then there's absolutely no rush to play it. For multiplayer games, yeah, I can kind of understand buying it when it's fresh, because that's when the most people are going to be playing it. And you don't want to start a multiplayer game a year after everyone else, because then you're one of the fewer people with a low-level character or whatever, or inexperienced in the game, whatnot. So I can, maybe with multiplayer, I can kind of understand. But that's one of the reasons why multiplayer games nowadays are a lot of the best ones are free to play. You just, like, the best multiplayer shooter right now is Apex Legends by far, and it's just free. So there was no reason not to get it as soon as it came out. You know, and then there was that a paid multiplayer shooter, Battlefield 2042, 2047, whatever it was. You know, and that game bombed completely. It's like no one's playing it. It's horrible. It's buggy. It's crap. And maybe in a year from now they'll fix it. But by then no one will be playing it anyways. They'll have all moved back to Apex or something. But yeah, it's so different than when I was young. When I was young, a game came out, you bought it. It might have a few little glitches or whatever, but it was generally finished. Nowadays, the new norm, for some strange reason, is releasing unfinished products that need a year or 2 more work before the game is actually functional. And if you just wait that year or 2 and then buy it, you can get it at a fraction of the brand new price. So it's, yeah. And I don't understand the logic, because the game companies are really shooting themselves in the foot, because sooner or later everyone is going to figure out what I've already figured out, and it's literally stupid to buy a game when it's first released. So, you know, it's cost, you know, these new games are more intricate, more money, bigger budgets, but sooner or later everyone's just going to figure out, just wait 2 years and then the game will go on sale for like 65-75% off the price, and it will have all the updates, all the fixes, and all the additional years of labor put into it, and then you can play the true finished product and play an amazing game. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the topic. How do you guys feel?